Hello everyone, this is John Odell with Alliance Insurance Services, and today I'm going to be going over Farm Owners Insurance 101. I'll be covering the information that you're going to need to know as far as what you need to have covered, how much coverage you need, how the valuations work out, and what's available on a farm owner's policy. The first thing we'll be discussing on your farm owner's policy are the structures of the farm. These can range anywhere from hay barns to horse stables, chicken houses, and hog houses. As you can tell today by my biosecurity garb and by what's behind me, I'm at a chicken farm. One of my clients have let me use their chicken farm for this video. Now, when you cover these structures, you need to know A, how much they're worth, how much it would cost to replace them. You need to know if you have an older shelter that's maybe not that expensive, but you want some coverage on it. Maybe you just need actual cash value coverage on it. If you have something big and expensive like a nice chicken house, you're going to want replacement cost coverage for as long as possible, because you're going to want to know in the case of a loss that you're going to get refunded and have your house built back the way it was before. Now, when I mentioned earlier the difference between actual cash value and replacement cost, that is something that is very complex and not easy for everyone to understand, especially in the farm industry. You may have your tractor covered at $75,000 actual cash value. Well, the claims adjuster comes out there, tells you it's only worth 30, that's all you're going to get. Now, if you have your chicken house covered at $350,000 replacement cost coverage, you know you're going to get that amount and you know you're going to be fully covered. This is something you need to go over with every year with your agent. You know, the cost of building supplies increases every year, so maybe your replacement cost value should go up a little bit every year. On actual cash value coverages, you may want to get together with your agent and say, hey, this tractor's 10 years old. I don't think it's worth $75,000 anymore. Let's lower the cost so I'm not over-insured and paying too much premium. This is something that you and your agent, like myself or someone else at Alliance, can sit down with you and go through, and we can figure out exactly what you need to know so you have the exact perfect coverage for you. All right, guys, another important item to have in your coverage on your farm owner's policy is your equipment. Every farmer of any type, from row crop to livestock, has some sort of equipment. Tractors, combines, ATVs to get around the farm, generators, well pumps. All of that stuff is covered in your farm owner's policy. It's another one of those things that you need to go through, do your actual cash value versus replacement cost discussion with your agent. You need to make sure everything's properly covered, or anything like that that is equipment that you own, that you use as a farm, you need to have covered, and you need to have covered properly. And that's where we're here to help. We make sure you have everything covered the way it should be. One last remark on the equipment coverage. This is something that is often overlooked by many farmers. Many farmers develop years and years and years, and they acquire all these tools that are worth a lot of money. They don't really think about them. Put them in a barn, kind of like this one here. You know, it may be anything from a seed spreader to a weed eater to this, that, and the other, but over time it adds up to thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, if you don't have that scheduled out on your insurance, they're not going to be covered. So if this barn that you have all your equipment in burns down, not only do you lose the barn, you also lose all the equipment. So you need to talk to your agent and try to go through and either schedule out all your miscellaneous tools, or talk to him about maybe doing a blanket coverage. You could have a larger range of coverage that would protect things that aren't just on site at that moment. If you get a new tractor midterm, it's going to be covered. If you have bags of seed stored for a few months at a time, that's going to be covered without having to add it. It gives you a more broad coverage, and it helps protect you even more. But either way, you need to make sure you have this stuff covered. So that's where I come in, or any other agent with Alliance, to help you make sure we get this done. Another important aspect of your farm insurance policy is your livestock. Now, that can be anything from cows, horses, pigs, goats, anything that you have on your farm that you raise for money. You can have them covered in blanket form, where all your animals are covered as one unit, or you can have them schedule it out individually, whatever works best for you. You can have liability on your animals. You can even have a coverage on your animals while they're in transit from point A to point B. So this is another thing you really need to discuss, what works for you specifically with your agent. And last but not least, what you have to consider on your farm policy is liability coverage. This is something that will protect you from legal fees or anything that can take place out of something happening on your farm. Someone comes to visit your farm, has an accident, they're not your employer, they're not your family member, or for that matter, even a trespasser that comes onto your farm and gets injured. They can sue you, and you need the financial backing to be able to cover those legal fees. This is very inexpensive. It's definitely worth looking at. It's something that you definitely need to talk to your agent about and make sure you have proper coverage for that, because this is your livelihood and you don't want something like that taking money out of your pocket. Okay guys, I hope this has been helpful. Look forward to many more videos to come to kind of break down these individual pieces. As many videos as I can to help you guys understand what you need to know about your farm policies. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Alliance Insurance. We look forward to talking to you. We look forward to sending you more videos soon. Hope you guys have a great day.